Get ready, Staten Island. It's time to celebrate 5 years of Ferry Hawks baseball.
Tuesday, May 19th at 10:30 a.m., it's morning baseball. Wednesday, May 20th at 6:30 p.m., have a pawsome time at Bark in the Park. Thursday, May 21st at 6:30, it's Pride Night with $5 Bud or Bud Light draft beer. Individual game tickets start at just $12.
Visit ferryhawks.com now to lock in your seats.
In just the last few minutes, great relief for many commuters, 300,000 to 400,000 on what is deemed as the biggest commuter railroad in the country, the Long Island Railroad, the LIRR. And a deal has now been reached between the LIRR unions and the MTA. And service is expected to resume tomorrow at noon local time. So a little over 12, 13 hours, at least 14 hours from now. But at least it sounds like things are back up and running. We're not getting details on how they came to this agreement because we know that the unions wanted 3%, 4%, and then 5% raise for future years. Did they get it? We don't know. All we know is that a deal has been reached, that all sides say, okay, it looks good. They still have to have union membership ratify it to make it official. And the big question is, where is the money coming from, too, if indeed they are getting a raise? A lot of those people there work very, very hard on the railroad. I'm all for people getting raises, especially when they work hard and do a good job. But the question is, where is the money coming from? Governor Kathy Hochul was asked about that. She did say no new taxes or no increases for fares. So that's good news. But then the big question is, where is the money coming from? And then a reporter said, is it coming from the New York State budget, which is still sort of in limbo? And she said no. So where is the money coming from? That is the big question. But here is Governor Kathy Hochul breaking the news about the deal being reached just a few minutes ago.
Now, negotiations are rarely easy, but I have a lot of respect for the collective bargaining process that unfolded over the last few days. And I always believed that we could reach a good, fair compromise, a contract that achieved two principles. Number one, protecting affordability for Long Islanders and commuters while giving fair wages to the employees. And by working and negotiating together, we haven't reached that kind of deal. Now, this contract will ensure that 3,500 Long Island Railroad employees will be paid fairly for their labor. And I want them to know that I deeply value and respect the hard work they do. They're out there every single day making sure the job gets done. Their work is critical for the entire region, and they deserve a fair wage. I also would not accept a deal that would compromise affordability for Long Islanders. At a time when everything is going up, we all know the story, and that's why we stood firm for a deal that would not require any additional fare increases or tax increases. Period. Full stop. Got it done. Now, the Long Island service will resume tomorrow at noon, with the full service time expected in time for the evening rush hour, and yes, in time for the next game. And finally, I want to thank so many people. I want to thank New Yorkers, Long Islanders particularly, who made all the accommodations, who had to work from home, who sacrificed, who had to put up with inconveniences. We are so grateful for their patience and understanding, and for those who helped us weather the storm over the last few days. To their employers who made the accommodations, help get this done, the elected officials who helped get the word out. But I also want to say the MTA negotiating team, led by Jana Lieber, did an exceptional job. I want to thank every single one of them. And also the preparations that I came down to see over many days, going to the command centers and talking to the people that were deciding how many shuttle buses, how many workers need to be out there greeting people. The job was done like a military operation, and I was very impressed with that, Jana. So I want to thank you and your entire team for anticipating the worst and preparing all of our commuters for a better experience than they would have had otherwise. I also want to thank our labor leaders who fought hard for...
And there she is, thanking lots of folks. But again, we don't know where's the money coming from. The great news is it looks like a deal has been struck. And the Long Island Railroad, the biggest commuter railway in the country, so this is an enormous detail. It was going on for about 3 days. It's going to continue till about noon tomorrow and obviously take a little while for things to get back up. And this comes, of course, as there's so many different big basketball games and other games that are taking place. So people were just panicking. How am I going to get here? How am I going to get there? You really realize, especially in a big city like New York, when a strike like this happens, and it hasn't happened in a long, long time. So when we get the specifics on the deal, we'll bring it to you. But again, good news for commuters.